Hello, I'm JT Quicks. I love you all. You're all awesome. This week, we're going to talk about we get attacked by evil when we go to deliver our souls to heaven. Okay? This is the truth from heaven. That's going to be the name of the video. Okay? 13 years ago, I accidentally delivered my soul to heaven. I was being attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. I was being attacked by evil. Okay? Alright? I see the truth in real time. I see Satan. Satan can't hide from me anymore. Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? Alright? So, we get attacked by evil when we go to deliver our souls to heaven. Okay? And this causes mental illness and suicide on us. Okay? I fight evil for Jesus Christ. I'm actually a warrior for heaven. Okay? So, I'm actually defending heaven. Okay? And I'll show you how to defend heaven in this video. Okay? Alright? I'll show you how to follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Because that's what I did. I followed Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Okay? Alright? So, now what happens is, when you go to deliver your soul to heaven, this is what you do. You believe in yourself, okay? Because believing in yourself removes your fear. Okay? Believing in yourself removes your fear. Okay? Never giving up the win against evil, that makes you unbreakable. Okay? So this way, we're going to remove the fear, and we're going to keep the fear out. We're going to remove the fear and keep the fear out. Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? Fear is not allowed in heaven. Okay? So, and Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? So, alright? When you remove all your fear, your soul enters heaven. You become a non-sinner and your soul enters heaven when you remove all your fear. Okay? Alright? So, what happens is, as you remove more and more of your fear, this increases the forces of your love. This will increase the forces of your love. Okay? Alright? The reason we want to remove the fear, because all evil is created from fear. Okay? This is what's created from fear. Hate's created from fear. Prejudice is created from fear. The prejudgment is created from the prejudice, and that creates evil. Okay? That's how evil is created. Okay? That's why we need to remove the fear. Okay? Alright? So, that's why we need to remove the fear. The more, when you remove your fear, this will increase the forces of your love. When you increase the forces of your love, this fights back evil. Okay? You actually conquer evil when you remove your fear. Okay? Alright? So, that's pretty much how that goes, okay? So, remove your fear, defend heaven. Live in fear, defend Satan. If you live in fear, you are programmed by Satan to attack heaven with prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Okay? Alright? So, I was attacked by a lot of evil down through the years. Okay? Alright? I was attacked by a lot of evil, delivering my soul to heaven. Okay? So, I know the truth. Okay? Alright? So, and I have the testimonials to prove this. Okay? Which I'll explain a little bit later. Okay? So, live in fear, defend Satan. Remove your fear, defend heaven. Okay? All right? If you live in fear, you are programmed by Satan to attack heaven with prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Okay? If you live in fear. This is why you always believe in yourself and you never ever give up the win against evil. Okay? This is how we follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Okay? I follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Okay? Alright? The first thing I learned when my soul entered heaven is that Jesus Christ is unbreakable. Okay? Jesus Christ could not be broken. Even when he was tortured and put on a cross, he could not be broken because he's unbreakable. And that's what I show you how to do in these videos. I show you how to become unbreakable. Okay? And what else I show you, what else I tell you, is another message I received from heaven, is that Jesus Christ was attacked by evil before he could show you how to deliver your souls to heaven. Jesus Christ was attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate before he could show you how to deliver your souls to heaven. Okay? That's another message I received from heaven. Okay? When my soul entered heaven. Okay? So, alright? And this is why I'm making the videos. Okay? And showing you how to fight evil. Okay? I know the truth about prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. I know the truth. Okay? And I'm explaining it to you. Okay? So you can fight evil and deliver your soul to heaven. Okay? Alright? Now, in order to increase the forces of your love, what you do is you believe in yourself, right? And you never ever give up the win against evil. Okay? That will increase the forces of your love. Okay? Because what you're doing is you're going to remove the fear, and we're going to keep the fear out. We're removing the fear, and we're going to keep the fear out. Okay? And that will increase the forces of your love. Okay? Our love fights prejudice when we conquer evil. Okay? Our love fights prejudice when we conquer evil. When your love conquers evil, that fights prejudice and hate. Okay? When your love conquers evil. Okay? Alright? Because what happens with me is, because I delivered my soul to heaven, the forces of my love, right? Fear reacts against the forces of my love. Okay? Fear reacts against the forces of my love. This hurts their prejudice, because my love fights prejudice and hate. This hurts their prejudice. When it hurts their prejudice, this drives them mad. This drives the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Evil demons, trolls, and cowards. This drives them mad. Okay? This drives them mad. Then they hate me. Okay? Then they prejudge and hate me. Okay? Alright? That's how the prejudgment and hate is created. Okay? Because it's created from fear. Prejudice and hate is created from fear. Prejudgment and hate is created from fear. Repeat after me. Prejudgment, prejudice, and hate is evil. Okay? Repeat after me. Prejudgment, prejudice, and hate is evil. Okay? That's there to keep your soul out of heaven. That's the reason it's there. The reason evil is there is to keep your souls out of heaven. That's the reason evil is there. Okay? And this is why I'm showing you how to fight evil. Okay? Fear goes against two things. Okay? Fear goes against you believing in yourself and believing in heaven. Okay? Alright? Fear is not allowed in heaven. Okay? Heaven is a beautiful, tranquil, pure love and freedom for your soul. Heaven is a beautiful, tranquil, pure love and freedom for your soul. When you think of Jesus Christ, think of a pure love and freedom for your soul. Okay? because that's what his soul is. It's a pure love and freedom for your soul. Okay? And when you deliver your soul to heaven, you will join with Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. Okay? Jesus Christ, love, and heaven is the forces of love. Okay? Alright? I only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. I do not bow and break to anything else. I only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. I don't bow and break to anything else. Okay? Alright? So, that's very important to understand. Is the only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. At Jesus Christ, love, and heaven, we love you. We pray for you. We cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Okay? Alright? So, okay? So let me explain what happens with my love, okay? The forces of my love, because I increased the forces of my love and delivered my soul to heaven, my love is conquering evil. Okay? And because my love is conquering evil, fear reacts against that. Okay? Because Satan is the spirit of fear. So fear reacts against that. Okay? And when fear reacts against that, it hurts their prejudice. Whose prejudice does it hurt? It hurts the prejudgment, prejudice and hate, evil demons, trolls, and cowards. It hurts their prejudice. Okay? Alright? The evil demon, the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil demons, trolls, and cowards, this is what they attack. They attack the truth from heaven, they hate heaven, and they attack the forces of love that come from heaven. Okay? They are enemy combatants to heaven, because you're in a war. This is a war. See, I'm a warrior for heaven. I'm in a war. I'm not in a religion. I am in a war. Okay? So they are enemy combatants to heaven. Their souls are not going to heaven. Okay? The prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil demons, trolls, and cowards, their souls are not going to heaven because they are enemy combatants to heaven. Okay? Alright? And then they prejudge and hate me. Okay? When I get attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, this is what I get attacked by. I get attacked by hate, ball breaking, chop breaking, the stabbing in the back, prejudice attack. They talk behind my back. They blame me for this, blame me for that. Everything is my fault. Nothing I do is ever good enough, etc., etc., etc. Forget about it. Okay? That's what I get attacked by. Okay? I was attacked by all of that. Okay? Down through the years. Okay? Alright? So, I don't give up, I don't give in, and I always win against evil. I don't give up, I don't give in, and I always win against evil. Winners don't quit, quitters don't win. That makes me unbreakable. Okay? What evil does, see, evil breaks love and keeps it weak in fear. That's what evil does. See, evil breaks love and keeps it weak in fear. Evil attacks love and freedom and creates fear. Evil attacks love and freedom and creates fear. That's what evil does. Once you know what evil attacks, you'll be able to understand it better. Evil attacks love and freedom and creates fear. So evil attacks love and freedom when it attacks heaven. Okay? Alright? Heaven is a beautiful, tranquil, pure love and freedom for your soul. Okay? So as you're delivering your soul to heaven, you're going to become more of a pure love and freedom because you're joining with heaven when you go to deliver your soul to heaven. Okay? Alright? So, okay? And what happens is the forces of your love will increase. And when the forces of your love will increase, fear reacts against that. And when fear reacts against that, it hurts their prejudice because your love is fighting prejudice and hate because you're conquering evil. Okay? Because you increase the forces of your love. When you increase the forces of your love, you're conquering evil. Okay? All right? Because your love fights evil when you increase the forces of your love. When you increase the forces of your love fights evil. Okay? All right? So, and we do this by believing in ourselves and never giving up to win against evil. That will make you powerful and unbreakable, just like Jesus Christ. Okay? All right? So, we get attacked by evil when we go to deliver our soul to heaven because we're increasing the forces of our love. Okay? The reason evil is there is to keep your soul out of heaven. That's the reason evil is there. Your soul belongs in heaven while you're alive. Your soul belongs in heaven while you're alive. Okay? What's keeping your soul out of heaven is the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. That is what's keeping your soul out of heaven. Okay? This keeps your love weak in fear. So you never see the truth from heaven, and you never deliver your soul to heaven. Okay? That's what the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate does. It keeps your love weak in fear. By keeping your love weak in fear, you will never see the truth from heaven, and you will never deliver your soul to heaven. Okay? All right? So, okay? Evil attacks love and freedom. Evil attacks love and freedom and creates fear. Well, when you're defending heaven, what you're doing, this is what you're doing when you defend heaven. You're defending your love. You're defending heaven while delivering your soul to heaven. Okay? You'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. Okay? You'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. Well, the forces of that love, fear reacts against the forces of that love. That hurts their prejudice because Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? So it hurts their prejudice. When it hurts their prejudice, this drives the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil, demons, trolls, and cowards. This drives the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil, demons, trolls, and cowards. This drives them mad. This drives them mad. Then they hate you. Okay? They prejudge and hate you. That's how the prejudgment and hate is created. Prejudgment and hate is created from fear. Because you hurt their prejudice. The prejudgment and hate is created from the fear because you hurt their prejudice. Okay? And when you hurt their prejudice, this drives them mad. Okay? This is how Jesus Christ was attacked. By prejudice and hate. Jesus Christ was attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate because the forces of his love was already conquering evil. Because the forces of his love was already conquering evil, fear reacted against his love. And when the fear reacted against his love, he drove the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil, demons, trolls, and cowards, he drove them mad. And when he drove them mad, they prejudged and hated Jesus Christ. Okay? Jesus Christ is unbreakable. They couldn't break Jesus Christ. Even when he was tortured, they couldn't break him. His soul, Jesus Christ, his soul was already in heaven when he was alive. His soul was already in heaven when he was alive. He was in the war for heaven. He was in the war for heaven. So that means his soul entered heaven and his body entered hell. That's what happened. That's why he was attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Because fear reacted against the forces of his powerful, unbreakable love. That's what happens when you become powerful, unbreakable love. Fear is going to react against the forces of your love. And then you're going to drive the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil, demons, trolls, and cowards. You're going to drive them mad. Okay? And when you drive them mad, they prejudge and hate you. This is how the evil is created. All evil is created from fear. Okay? Hate's created from fear. Prejudice is created from fear. The prejudgment is created from the prejudice. Okay? Let me explain what prejudice is. Prejudice is the corruption. Okay? Prejudice is the corruption that Jesus was going after when he was alive. Prejudice is the corruption that Jesus Christ was going after when he was alive. Okay? That's what prejudice is. Okay? It's actually hate and corruption is what it is. Okay? So it's actually, prejudice is the corruption that Jesus Christ was going after when he was alive. That's prejudice. It's the corruption. Okay? This corruption is created from fear. Because fear dictates their actions. You understand? Fear will dictate their actions. Fear dictates their actions. Okay? Alright? The dictatorship of evil is being dictated by fear. The dictatorship of evil. Okay? The dictatorship of evil is created and dictated by fear. The dictatorship of evil. Okay? What makes up the dictatorship of evil is the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil, demons, trolls, and cowards. Okay? That makes up the dictatorship of evil. Okay? Alright? Okay? They attack the truth from heaven. They hate heaven. And they attack the forces of love that come from heaven. Okay? They are enemy combatants to heaven. They are enemy combatants to heaven. Their souls are not going to heaven. Okay? Alright? So, I was attacked by enough of this evil to know the truth. Okay? I know the truth. I see the truth in real time. Okay? I see the truth in real time. Because I delivered my soul to heaven. Okay? Against evil. Okay? So, it took me quite a while to gather all the intelligence. I gathered all the intelligence and I'm delivering it to you. Because I'm in a war for heaven. Okay? Alright? Now how do I know that this is true? How do I know that I'm prejudged and hated? Because I have the testimonials to prove this. I have the testimonials to prove this. Before I put this shirt on, before I wore this shirt, I used to go out singing. I go out singing a lot, okay? And while I was out singing, okay, some girls will run away from me in fear. Some girls will actually run away from me in fear. Okay? They would run away in fear. One woman walked up to me and told me don't come anywhere near her. Okay? Because I'm prejudged and hated. Okay? I saw tears of prejudice. For years I saw tears of prejudice. Okay? I call that tears of prejudice. Okay? I was curious what that was. For years I saw that. That's called tears of prejudice. I saw this while I was out singing. Okay? And while I was out singing, girls run away in fear. And I saw tears of prejudice. Okay? What else happened to me was I saw fist clenching. Okay? Fist clenching is when they go into a fit of rage and they attack me. Okay? I was attacked several times. I was punched in the face several times because of the fist clenching. Okay? That's when Satan orders them to attack me. Okay? Because they're being dictated by fear. They're acting on their fear. Okay? That's what's happening. They act on their fear. Okay? Now all this happened to me before I put this shirt on. I used to get attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. I was getting attacked by prejudice and hate on a regular basis throughout my entire life. Okay? Especially when I went to work, I was being attacked by this. Okay? I got more prejudice and hate stories than Jesus Christ. Okay? With the amount of times I was attacked by prejudice and hate. Okay? Alright? I got more prejudice and hate stories than Jesus Christ. Okay? So you want to talk about being attacked by evil? I was attacked by evil. Okay? And I was attacked by evil because I delivered my soul to heaven. That's why I was attacked by evil. Okay? I was attacked by evil because I delivered my soul to heaven. And I followed Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Okay? Alright? I conquered evil and delivered my soul to heaven. Okay? And I know the truth. Okay? I know the truth from heaven. Okay? Alright? So, yes, I was definitely attacked a lot. Okay? I was attacked a lot. Constantly I was attacked by this. I was constantly attacked by this evil throughout my entire life. Okay? Nobody knows more about fighting evil than J.T. Quicks. Okay? Because I fight evil for Jesus Christ. Nobody knows more about fighting evil than J.T. Quicks. Because I was constantly attacked by this evil. Okay? Alright? So, I want you to win. I want evil to lose, and I want you to win. Okay? Alright? So, I was attacked by this evil a lot, and I got the testimonials to prove it. Okay? Alright? So, yeah. Definitely. I got more prejudice and hate stories than Jesus Christ. With the amount of prejudice and hate I was attacked by. Okay? I was constantly attacked by this evil. Constantly. Until I put this shirt on. Then it stopped. Okay? Alright? So. Okay? Alright, so let's move on to the next segment of the video. Okay? A long time ago, a war started against heaven. Okay? Now, back before this war started against heaven, you were delivering your souls to heaven. Back when you were caveman, cavewoman, Indians, things like that. Okay? You were delivering your souls to heaven because you had to survive. You had to survive in the wild. And because you had to survive in the wild, you had to win. You had to win to survive in the wild. Okay? Alright? So back then, back when you were caveman, cavewoman, Indians, things like that, you were believing in yourselves. And you never give up to win. That was the instinct. You had this instinct in you because you had to survive in the wild. That instinct is to win. You have to win. Okay? And that's because you never give up to win. Okay? And because you never give up to win, that kept your souls in heaven while you were alive. That kept your souls in heaven while you were alive. Okay? So you believed in yourselves, and you never give up to win, to survive in the wild. Okay? That was the instinct. Okay? And then what happened was, they say a war started against heaven. Well, back when this war started against heaven, they say that's when Satan got kicked out of heaven. They say when Satan got kicked out of heaven. Well, Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? So when Satan got kicked out of heaven, you all went into fear. And when you all went into fear, you stopped delivering your souls to heaven. And when you stopped delivering your souls to heaven, you stopped believing in heaven. That's what happened. Okay? All right? All right? And that broke the instinct. Because you all went into fear. That broke the instinct. Okay? What evil does, see, evil breaks love and keeps it weak in fear. Evil breaks love and keeps it weak in fear. Okay? All right? And what happened was, as civilization traveled throughout the land and throughout the world, so did fear and evil, keeping your souls out of heaven. Okay? This is long before Jesus Christ. This is long before Jesus Christ. This is back before civilization. This happened. Okay? All right? And then as civilization traveled throughout the land and throughout the world, so did fear and evil, keeping your souls out of heaven. Okay? Things like socialism, communism, and dictatorships. These are evil. These keep your souls out of heaven. Okay? All right? Because back when you went into fear, what's created from fear? Hate's created from fear. Prejudice is created from fear. Then the prejudgment's created from the prejudice, and that creates evil. Okay? That's what happened when you all went into fear. And that's when evil was created. Okay? And then that's when the war started against heaven. Okay? All right? So, I just figured I'd give you a rundown about that. Okay? And as civilization traveled throughout the land and throughout the world, so did fear and evil, keeping your souls out of heaven. Things like socialism, communism, and dictatorships, these are evil. These keep your souls out of heaven. The reason evil is there is to keep your souls out of heaven. That's the reason evil is there. Okay? All right? Yeah. Okay? So, let's talk about the cycle. Okay? We have fear. Well, what's created from fear? Hate's created from fear. Prejudice is created from fear. Prejudgment's created from the prejudice, and that creates evil. Okay? So evil is created from fear. The prejudgment, prejudice, and hate is created from fear. Okay? Well, fear is created from prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Fear is created from prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Okay? So you got fear creates evil, evil creates fear. Fear creates evil, evil creates fear. That's a vicious cycle. That vicious cycle of fear and evil is what is keeping your souls out of heaven. Okay? All right? Because when you remove all your fear, your soul enters heaven. Okay? Become a non-sinner, and your soul enters heaven when you remove your fear. Okay? All right? So, yeah. We get attacked by evil a couple different ways. Okay? One way we get attacked by evil, let's say you're a group of people or a country, okay? And you get attacked by evil. You get attacked by terrorism. You're all familiar with terrorism. We all heard about it, right? You're all familiar with terrorism. Well, terrorism is evil, okay? What this attacks love and freedom and creates fear on the people. This attacks love and freedom and creates fear on the people. Terrorism, okay? That's one way we get attacked by evil. When, let's say you're one individual and you get attacked by evil, okay? You get attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. You get attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Okay? This also attacks their love and freedom and creates fear on them. Okay? This is known as breaking. Okay? It breaks them. It breaks them into fear. All right? It keeps their love weak in fear. That's what it does. Okay? Now, what happens with breaking, this is what happens with prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Evil causes mental illness and suicide. Okay? Evil causes mental illness and suicide. Okay? All right? Now how this works is it breaks them. Okay? It makes them give up. That's what it does. Evil is there to make you give up so you don't deliver your soul to heaven. Evil is there to make you give up so you don't deliver your soul to heaven. Okay? So what happens is when a person gets attacked by evil, they go into mental illness. Okay? Because they're being prejudged and hated. Because they're being prejudged and hated. This causes mental illness on them. Okay? This causes emotional stress. This will cause emotional stress on them. Okay? This is what happened to me when I was attacked by evil. I had panic attacks. I had anxiety. I went into a deep depression to where it hurt. And then I had stress, emotional stress. Then I had paranoia. All that was caused by evil. That was caused by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Okay? Because evil tried to break me. Evil tried to break me. And because I never ever give up, that prevented suicide. Because I never ever give up to win against evil. Because I never ever give up to win against evil, that prevented suicide. Okay? Alright? When you get attacked by evil, don't give up, don't give in, always win against evil. Okay? We never ever give up to win against evil. That will prevent suicide. That's what evil does. Evil causes mental illness and suicide when it breaks a person. Because it tries to break them. And what it does, a lot of times the person gives up and they commit suicide. If you commit suicide, Satan wins. If you commit suicide, Satan wins. If you don't commit suicide, you win. Okay? We never ever give up to win against evil. Okay? Alright? So, I actually overcame mental illness because I fight evil. Because I fight evil, I overcame mental illness and suicide. I overcame suicide first, then I overcame mental illness because I fight evil. Okay? Because I know that evil caused my mental illness. When I realized that the evil caused my mental illness, I overcame mental illness. Okay? Because evil caused my mental illness. Okay? So, and eventually I overcame mental illness because I never give up to win against evil. I always believed in myself and I never give up to win against evil. Okay? That increases the forces of my love. Okay? That increases the forces of my love. I'm seeing more and more and more the truth from heaven. Okay? Alright? Because I'm increasing the forces of my love. Okay? Now, what happens, that's called breaking. Okay? Evil breaks love, keeps it weak in fear. That's what evil does. Well, when you become unbreakable, okay, evil can't break your love anymore. And if evil can't break your love, you're going to become unbreakable. As long as you stay unbreakable, you win. Okay? As long as you stay unbreakable, you win. Okay? You win every spiritual battle as long as you stay unbreakable. Okay? And when you win, heaven wins. When you win, heaven wins. Okay? We never ever give up to win against evil. Okay? Alright? So, All right, let's talk about things that are caused from fear. What's created from fear. Okay? Hate's created from fear. Prejudice's created from fear. Okay? The prejudgment's created from the prejudice. What did I say? The prejudice is the corruption. So, corruption is created from the fear. The corruption is created from the fear. The corruption known as prejudice. Okay? So corruption is created from the fear. Okay? All right? If a person lives in fear, right? Let's just put it this way. What evil does, see, evil keeps love weak or woke. That's what evil does. Evil keeps love weak or woke in fear. Okay? Evil will keep love weak or woke in fear. Okay? All right? That's what evil does. Okay? That's the reason it's there, is to keep love weak or woke in fear. Okay? All right? Now we're talking about what's created from fear. Terrorism. We have terrorism. That's created from prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, which is created from fear. Terrorism. Okay? Hate and corruption. Where you have hate and corruption, you have pain and suffering. Okay? Hate and corruption is prejudice and hate. Hate and corruption. Okay? You want to fight back hate and corruption? Remove the fear. When we remove the fear and deliver our souls to heaven, we will increase the forces of love. Okay? When we increase the forces of love, this fights back evil. Okay? This fights back hate and corruption. Okay? All right? What else? All the bad stuff you see going on around the world, it's created from fear. Okay? All the bad stuff you see going on around the world. Okay? What else? Chaos. Chaos is created from prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Chaos. Okay? You being a sinner. Yeah. You being a sinner is created from your own fear. Because that's what makes you prejudge and hate, is your own fear. When you remove your fear, you will stop prejudging and hating others, because you will remove the corruption out of your love. When you remove your fear, you will remove this corruption out of your love. Okay? This corruption is known as prejudice and hate. It will be removed. When you remove the prejudice and hate out of your love, you will stop prejudging and hating others. Okay? Alright? So, and you start to learn the difference between good and evil. Start to learn the difference between the forces of love, which is Jesus Christ, love, and heaven, right? And evil. Start to learn the difference. Okay? Alright? And you will stop prejudging and hating others because you're removing your fear. Okay? When you remove your fear, you become a non-sinner and your soul enters heaven. Okay? Alright? Eventually you overcome all your bad habits because you believe in yourself and you never give up to win against evil. That's going to increase the forces of your love. Eventually you will overcome all your bad habits because you will increase the forces of your love. Okay? Alright? So, yeah. Alright? What else we got left? Yeah. Okay, now we're going to talk about how to follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. How to follow Jesus Christ to heaven against evil. Okay? I always want you to believe in yourself. Okay? Yes, you can deliver your soul to heaven. Because what is keeping your soul out of heaven is prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. That is what's keeping your soul out of heaven. Okay? And what's going to happen is you're going to enter the war for heaven. You will enter the war for heaven if you do this. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to always believe in yourself. Yes, you can deliver your soul to heaven. Okay? And you're never ever going to give up to win against evil. Never ever going to give up to win against evil. Okay? What that's going to do, that's going to start to remove the fear. We're going to start to remove the fear, and we're going to keep the fear out. We're going to start to remove the fear, and we're going to keep the fear out. This is going to make your love powerful and unbreakable. Okay? We're making you powerful and unbreakable. Okay? Because that's what fear does. That's what evil does. See? That's what evil does. Evil breaks love and keeps it weak in fear. By making you powerful and unbreakable, evil's not going to be able to break your love anymore. Okay? Alright? And then what happens is you're going to increase the forces of your love. Okay? When you increase the forces of your love, you're going to enter the war for heaven. Okay? You will enter the war for heaven. Okay? We'll talk more about that later. Okay? But what's going to happen is you're going to start removing your fear. As you remove more and more and more of your fear, this will increase the forces of your love. Okay? Alright? Don't fear God. They got you fearing God. Don't fear God. I want you to make God your best friend. Okay? You make Jesus Christ your best friend. Okay? And Jesus Christ, love in heaven. We love you. We pray for you. We cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Okay? Jesus Christ always has your back if you get attacked by evil. Just know that he's always there. And you can talk to Jesus Christ anytime you want. You're closer to heaven than you think. You can talk to Jesus Christ anytime you want. Just like you're talking to a friend, you can talk to Jesus Christ. Okay? Just so you know. You can talk to Jesus Christ anytime you want. Just like you're talking to a friend. Okay? So make Jesus Christ your best friend. Okay? Alright? And you don't have to fear judgment. You want to know why you don't have to fear judgment? Because there is no judgment in the forces of love. Okay? Because your soul is entering heaven before you die. Your soul is entering heaven before you die. So there is no judgment in the forces of love. You're joining with the forces of love. Your soul will be joining with the forces of love. Jesus Christ, love in heaven. Okay? So there is no judgment. Okay? What makes you think there's judgment is your own prejudice. Makes you think that there's judgment. Okay? Alright? We're going to remove this prejudice when you remove your fear. Okay? Alright? And you don't have to fear death. You want to know why you don't have to fear death? Because you know you're going to win when you die. If you know that your soul's already in heaven, and you know your soul's going to stay in heaven after you die, that means you're going to win when you die. If you know you're going to win when you die, you're not going to fear death. Okay? I don't fear God. I don't fear judgment. And I don't fear death. Okay? Alright? I never ever give up to win against evil. Okay? That keeps me unbreakable. As long as you stay unbreakable, your soul stays in heaven. Your soul will stay in heaven while you're alive. Okay? Alright? You in heaven never lose. Okay? You in heaven never lose. What did I say? When you deliver your soul to heaven correctly, this is what you're doing. You're defending your love. You're defending heaven while delivering your soul to heaven. You'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. Okay? Alright? So, that's what you're doing when you deliver your soul to heaven correctly. Okay? What else? Yeah. And do what they say can't be done. Now, what I mean by do what they say can't be done, things like I can't, you can't, I cannot, you cannot, that's impossible. Okay? Those are the laws of prejudice. I call those the laws of prejudice. I want you to bust the laws of prejudice. Okay? I want you to bust the laws of prejudice. Now, how we bust the laws of prejudice is we never ever give up to win against evil. I want you to never ever give up to win. Never ever give up to win against evil. Okay? And that's going to bust the laws of prejudice. Okay? They're there to make you give up. The laws of prejudice are there to make you give up. Okay? So if we never ever give up to win against evil, you will bust the laws of prejudice. Okay? Alright? Because what's keeping your soul out of heaven is prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. That's what's keeping your soul out of heaven. Okay? I want you to know that you can deliver your soul to heaven. You can deliver your soul to heaven. Okay? Because I want you to bust the laws of prejudice. Okay? Now what's going to happen is, as you increase the forces of your love, okay? As you increase the forces of your love, because you're removing your fear, and we're keeping the fear out, this is going to remove any corruption. This will remove the corruption. Okay? I only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. I only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. Okay? I do not bow and break to prejudice and hate. I do not bow and break to hate and corruption. That is evil. Okay? Prejudice and hate is evil. Hate and corruption is evil. Okay? I do not bow and break to prejudice and hate. I do not bow and break to hate and corruption. I only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. Okay? I don't bow and break to anything else. I only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. That is the forces of love. Okay? At Jesus Christ, love, and heaven, we love you. We pray for you. We cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Okay? Alright? Now what's going to happen as you're delivering your soul to heaven, this is increasing the forces of your love. Okay? So this is going to remove any corruption out of your love. Like prejudice and hate is going to be removed. So when you remove the prejudice and hate out of your love, you're automatically going to behave. You will automatically behave. Okay? I automatically behaved. You're automatically going to behave. Okay? Then you overcome. You start to overcome all your bad habits. You'll start to overcome all your bad habits. I quit drinking a long time ago. Okay? Alright? Because I overcame it. Okay? What else? Yeah. The biggest one I want you to overcome is suicide. I want you to overcome suicide. I want you to remove your fear and overcome suicide. Okay? Because that's what happens. People get attacked by evil and they commit suicide. Because they can't handle it. They can't handle being attacked by evil. Because they live in fear. Because their love is weak in fear. They can't handle being attacked by evil. And then they commit suicide. Okay? If you commit suicide, Satan wins. If you don't commit suicide, you win. Okay? Alright? I want you to overcome suicide. That's the toughest one I want you to overcome, is suicide. Okay? You'll overcome all the rest of your bad habits too. As long as you do this, you always believe in yourself, and you never ever give up to win against evil. Okay? Okay? That will increase the forces of your love. And you'll start to overcome your bad habits, whatever they may be. Okay? I overcame drinking. I quit smoking. I used a patch. It wasn't easy, but I quit smoking. Like I said, it wasn't easy, but I did quit smoking. I overcame it. Okay? After I was attacked by evil. Okay? What happened was, my soul entered heaven. Then I was attacked by evil. Okay? Okay? So, I was in mental illness. I went into mental illness. I was having panic attacks, anxiety, deep depression, stress, emotional stress, paranoia. Yeah, I went to mental illness. Okay? I didn't know I was being attacked by evil at the time. But now I know I was. Because I overcame it when I started fighting evil. Okay? Alright? So I actually overcame mental illness. Okay? I overcame suicide when I was attacked by evil. Then I overcame mental illness when I started fighting evil. Okay? When I became a warrior and started fighting evil. Okay? I had some bad habits. I'm not going to explain what they are, but I had some bad habits and I overcame them. I overcame them. I increased the forces of my love and overcame all my bad habits. Okay? I overcame all my bad habits. I became a non-sinner and delivered my soul to heaven. Okay? So, because I removed the corruption out of my love. When you remove the fear out of your love, you're going to remove the prejudice. You'll remove this prejudice out of your love. You'll remove the prejudice and hate. When you remove the prejudice and hate, you will stop prejudging and hating others. Okay? Alright? So, you will stop prejudging and hating others. Yeah. I don't prejudge and hate others because I removed all the corruption out of my love. Okay? Alright? Then what happens is, because you never give up to win against evil, okay? What else? You start to see the truth. You'll start to see the truth. You will definitely see the truth in real time. Okay? You will definitely see the truth in real time. Okay? You start to see the truth. I learned the truth about Jesus Christ from heaven. I learned the truth about Jesus Christ from heaven. Okay? Alright? So, I'm going to explain a little more of that later. Okay? Alright? So, I learned the truth from heaven. I never read the Bible. Everything I explain to you comes from heaven because I delivered my soul to heaven. Okay? So everything I explain to you comes from heaven. Okay? So we can fight evil and deliver our souls to heaven. Okay? Alright? So what happens is you're going to remove more and more and more of your fear. You're going to remove all that corruption out of your love. You'll remove all that hate and corruption or that prejudice and hate. You'll remove this. Okay? When you remove this, you'll become a non-sinner. And as you remove more and more your fear, what you're doing is you're increasing the forces of your love. As you increase the forces of your love, you're delivering your soul to heaven. This is what you're doing. You're defending your love. You're defending heaven while delivering your soul to heaven. You'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. Okay? Alright? And that means you win because you become a non-sinner and your soul enters heaven. That means you win. That means your love is conquering evil. You entered the war for heaven. Yeah. But you're conquering evil. Okay? Your love conquers evil when you enter the war for heaven. Okay? Alright? Now, you'll sense, when you deliver your soul to heaven, you will sense fear, hate, and love. You will sense fear, hate, and love. Okay? Now let's say you're delivering your soul to heaven. Okay? Let's say you're delivering your soul to heaven. Okay? You're defending your love. You're defending heaven while delivering your soul to heaven. You'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. Okay? All right? You'll become part of the forces of love from heaven because you delivered your soul to heaven. Okay? Well, the forces of that love, right? Fear is going to react against the forces of that love. Fear reacts against the forces of that love. And it hurts their prejudice. Whose prejudice does it hurt? The prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Evil demons, trolls, and cowards. It hurts their prejudice. Okay? This is the causes and effect between evil and its forces of love. That's what I'm explaining right now. Okay? So what happens is, it hurts their prejudice. When it hurts their prejudice, this drives them mad. Who's it drive mad? The prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Evil demons, trolls, and cowards. It drives them mad. Okay? Then what they do is they prejudge and hate you. Then they attack you with prejudice and hate. They'll attack you with prejudice and hate. This is what they attack. The truth from heaven. They hate heaven. They attack the forces of love that come from heaven. Okay? Alright? They attack it with prejudice and hate. They attack it with prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. When you get attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, this is what you get attacked by. You get attacked by hate, ball breaking, chop breaking, the stabbing in the back, prejudice attack. They talk behind your back. They blame you for this, blame you for that. Everything is your fault. Nothing you do is ever good enough, etc., etc., etc. Forget about it. Okay? Alright? That's what you get attacked by. Okay? When you get attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. Don't give up, don't give in, always win against evil. Don't give up, don't give in, always win against evil. Okay? That's going to make you unbreakable. As long as you stay unbreakable, you win. You win the spiritual battle. As long as you stay unbreakable, you win every spiritual battle. Did you know that? If you stay unbreakable, you win every spiritual battle. And when you win, heaven wins. When you win, heaven wins. Okay? Alright? So, now I'm going to tell you the truth, what happened to Jesus Christ. Okay? The truth I learned from heaven about Jesus Christ. Okay? Jesus Christ, his soul was already in heaven when he was alive. Okay? He was powerful, unbreakable love. Okay? Well, the forces of his powerful, unbreakable love, fear reacted against his powerful, unbreakable love. Right? Hurting their prejudice. Okay? He hurt their prejudice. This drove the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil demons, trolls, and cowards. This drove the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil demons, trolls, and cowards. This drove them mad. Okay? Then they prejudged and hated Jesus Christ. Okay? Then they prejudged and hated Jesus Christ. Okay? Now, they couldn't break Jesus Christ. Okay? They couldn't break him. He's unbreakable. I'm unbreakable. I can't be broken. He is unbreakable love. Okay? He cannot be broken. Okay? Evil couldn't break him. They couldn't break him. Even when they tortured him, they couldn't break him. When they put him on a cross, they couldn't break him. Okay? Jesus Christ never ever gives up the win against evil. Jesus Christ never ever gives up the win against evil. Okay? That's how he stayed unbreakable. That's how Jesus Christ conquered evil. Because he never ever gives up the win against evil. That's how Jesus Christ conquered evil. Okay? Alright? So what happened was, because Jesus Christ never ever gives up the win against evil, his soul stayed in heaven after he died. His soul stayed in heaven after he died. That means Jesus Christ won because he conquered evil. Okay? Alright? And that's what happened with Jesus Christ. Okay? He won. Okay? That's how he won. Alright? Because he never ever gives up the win against evil. And he stays unbreakable. Okay? Now how do we stay unbreakable? We never ever give up to win against evil. Okay? A good warrior never ever gives up to win against evil. They kick the crap out of evil and they deliver their soul to heaven. Okay? Alright? So, now let's say you're delivering your soul to heaven. This is what you're doing. You're defending your love. You're defending heaven while delivering your soul to heaven. You'll be defending love and freedom with its forces of love. Okay? Well, the forces of your unbreakable love, right? It's going to hurt their prejudice because fear is going to react against it. Fear reacts against the forces of unbreakable love, and it hurts their prejudice. This drives the prejudgment, prejudice, and hate, evil demons, trolls, and cowards. This drives them mad. Okay? So what's going to happen is you're going to drive them mad. And when you drive them mad, they're not going to leave you alone. You see? They're not going to leave you alone. Okay? Because they're going to attack you with. They're going to attack you with hate, ball breaking, chop breaking, the stabbing in the back, prejudice attack. They're going to talk behind your back. They're going to blame you for this, blame you for that. Everything is your fault. Nothing you do is ever good enough, etc., etc., etc. Forget about it. Okay? They're not going to leave you alone. You want to know why they're not going to leave you alone? Because you're driving them mad. They're not going to leave you alone. That's what happened with me. That's what happened with me. They never left me alone. I was at work and they never left me alone. Okay? So I know how it is. I'm a new for heaven. I know how it is. They never left me alone because I'm unbreakable. Okay? Let's say somebody hates you. They're breaking your balls and breaking your chops. Okay? Alright? Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. You don't have to say anything at all. You don't have to say nothing if you don't want to. Don't say anything. You're still going to drive them mad. You don't say nothing at all and you still drive them mad. Okay? But let's say because they're not leaving you alone, you can turn around and say, hey, go pound sand, go kick some rocks, you know? Or go kick some rocks, go pound some sand, whatever. Okay? You're allowed to defend heaven. You're defending heaven. Okay? You're in a war for heaven. You're defending heaven. You're a warrior. Okay? Let's say they're breaking your balls, breaking your chops. They're not leaving you alone. You can slay that demon. You want to slay the demon? Go tell him, hey, go take your prejudice and hate. You can shove it up your... Yeah. That's how we slay demons around here. You really want to slay that demon? Call him a demon. Call them a demon when they attack you. Yeah. That hurts their prejudice. You want to know why? Because the truth hurts their prejudice. The truth hurts their prejudice. Okay? And that drives them mad. And eventually they leave you alone. Okay? Alright? When they attack you with prejudice and hate, this is what they're going to attack you with. Hate, ball breaking, chop breaking, the stabbing in the back, prejudice attack. They're going to talk behind your back. They're going to blame you for this, blame you for that. Everything is your fault. Nothing you do is ever good enough, etc., etc., etc. Forget about it. Okay? Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. You don't have to say anything at all. Don't give up. Don't give in. Always win against evil. Okay? As long as you stay unbreakable, you win. As long as you stay unbreakable, you win. Your soul stays in heaven. Your soul stays in heaven. You win. Okay? You win every spiritual battle as long as you stay unbreakable. As long as you stay unbreakable, you win every spiritual battle. And when you win, heaven wins. When you win, heaven wins. Okay? I know that this is the truth. Because I was attacked by this evil. I was attacked by this evil. Throughout my entire life, I was attacked by this evil. That's how I know that this is the truth. I was attacked by this evil throughout my entire life. Prejudgment, prejudice, and hate. I was attacked by prejudgment, prejudice, and hate throughout my entire life. Because winners don't quit and quitters don't win. I kept myself unbreakable. And because I stayed unbreakable, I was attacked. Constantly. I was constantly attacked. Okay? Alright? I don't want to miss anything. Yeah. Heaven is a beautiful, tranquil, pure love and freedom for your soul. When you go to deliver your soul to heaven, drive for pure love and freedom. Okay? Because that's what heaven is. Heaven is a beautiful, tranquil, pure love and freedom for your soul. That's what heaven is. Okay? A good warrior never ever gives up to win against evil. They kick the crap out of evil and they deliver their soul to heaven. Okay? Alright? And like I said, when you deliver your soul to heaven, you will sense fear, hate, and love. You will sense this. You will know. Because your love is strong and powerful, you will know. You will know. You will sense fear, hate, and love. Satan is the spirit of fear. Okay? I went after Satan. I know. I'm going after Satan, okay? At JT Quick's YouTube. Okay? So, I'm going after Satan and his prejudice. Okay? So, alright? This is the truth from heaven. So, okay? At Jesus Christ's love in heaven, we love you, we pray for you, we cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Okay? Jesus Christ always has your back when you get attacked by evil. Okay? Make Jesus Christ your best friend. That's very important. Okay? Alright? And what I mean by cheerlead your soul to heaven, that means God believes in you. Okay? God believes in you. God loves you. God believes in you. Okay? Alright? So, when I mean cheerlead your soul to heaven. Okay? At Jesus Christ's love in heaven, we love you, we pray for you, we cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Okay? Until next week, I love you. Bye.